आपने 8,000 करोड़ रुपए पंजाब के विकास का पैसा रोक रखा है, विपक्ष के राज्यों का पैसा आपने रोक रखा है। ये भेदभाव क्यों कर रहे हैं आप क्यों कर रहे हैं? आप लिखते हैं राज्यों के विकास से देश का विकास है, ये आप राज्यों का विकास कर रहे हैं। एक एक करके टारगेट करके विपक्षी राज्यों के साथ आपने भेदभाव करने का काम किया। और अंत में कोई मुझे कह रहा था सारे बजट कम किए, शिक्षा के बजट को भी आपने कम कर दिया। मैंने इन लोगों से कहा शिक्षा से इनका कोई लेना देना नहीं है, शिक्षा से इनका कोई लेना देना नहीं। मान्यवर, क्यों लेना देना नहीं है? क्योंकि दिल्ली विश्वविद्यालय में मनुस्मृति पढ़ाने जा रहे हैं ये लोग। मनुस्मृति पढ़ाएंगे कि दलितों के, पिछड़ों के, जिनको आप शूद्र कहते हैं, अगर वो श्लोक सुन लेंगे तो उनके कान में पारा आप कैसे डालेंगे? ये पढ़ाई आप कराने जा रहे हैं दिल्ली विश्वविद्यालय में, ये पढ़ाई आप कराने जा रहे हैं। इसलिए मान्यवर, मैं आपसे यही कहना चाहता हूं, ये बजट हिंदुस्तान के किसान के खिलाफ है, ये बजट हिंदुस्तान के नौजवान के खिलाफ है, ये बजट हिंदुस्तान के व्यापारियों के खिलाफ है, ये बजट सिर्फ और सिर्फ मोदी जी के मित्रों के लिए बनाया गया है, मित्रों के लिए बनाया गया है, मित्रों के लिए बनाया गया है।
The later part will not go on record. Honorable members, yes, honorable members, I am privileged and honored to be Chancellor of Delhi University. The honorable member has made some reflections. They are far distanced from reality. As Chancellor of Delhi University, one second. As Chancellor of Delhi University, I am updating myself every fortnight. And this university is rising in excellence. Therefore, the observations of the honorable member, perhaps you need to check up. If you check up, we'll tell you. Secondly, no. Sanjay, you are not an issue now. Jairam is trying to ridicule, make it a farcical situation for chairman's well-meaning observation that in this house we must use information which a member must be prepared to authenticate. Now it is his mindset, in spite of his long career and ministerial background, that a member should be so engaging. I can only say I have no words to reflect on this. I can only appeal to senior members of the House that there is need for him to think within. Honorable members, I need to put on record one thing which is relevant. In this country, governed by rule of law, the arrest may be by an agency, by the police, but sending someone to jail is not a police job. One second. It is not the job of an agency also. A court, lawfully acting, sends a person to jail. So anyone, one second, listen to me, anyone in this country holding whatever position of a minister or a chief minister otherwise, if he is in jail, it is in compliance of a remand order given by a judicial magistrate. And therefore, the assertion by the honorable member that executive is sending people to jail is not only factually wrong, legally also not sustainable. And
बोला सर मुझे सर
संजय जी
सर
आपको बोलने दूंगा, एक सेकंड। आप तो अनुभवी हैं, आप जब गए जेल तो शुरू के अंदर तो एजेंसी का रोल था, उसके बाद जुडिशियल मजिस्ट्रेट की रिमांड से बने। कानून इतना स्पष्ट है। We have one of the best legal minds in the country. He knows that you cannot go to jail without it being sanctified by a judicial officer.
आप उनसे भी पूछ लीजिए, वो भी अपनी बात
इनसे
रखें।
पूछूंगा नहीं, इनसे ज्ञान लेता हूं मैं।
ठीक है सर।
On this count, outside Mr. Kapil Sibal may have several heads of a journalist, of a senior advocate, of a political vakta. He can do it. Here in the house, he will have to confine to the absolute legality. Huh? We can give quite a tweet.
बिल्कुल, बस सर मैं सर ये कहना चाह रहा हूँ, आपकी बातें 100% अपनी जगह जायज है, लेकिन अरे भाई सुन तो लो।
सुनो सर।
लेकिन भारतीय न्यायपालिका के इतिहास में पहली बार हुआ सर कि ईडी कोर्ट से दिल्ली के मुख्यमंत्री को जमानत मिल गई। जमानत की कॉपी के बगैर इनकी एजेंसी जाके हाई कोर्ट से उनकी रिहाई पर रोक लगवाती है। ईडी जाके, ईडी किसके अधीन काम करती है सर? ईडी नरेंद्र मोदी के अधीन काम करती है। ईडी प्रधानमंत्री नरेंद्र मोदी जी के अधीन काम करती है सर। तो मैं सिर्फ आपसे ये कहना चाहता हूं,
फॉर द बेनिफिट ऑफ द पीपल, एक समझ गया मैं, एक सेकंड, फॉर द बेनिफिट ऑफ पीपल एट लार्ज एंड द कंट्री एज वेल, एनीवन हैज अ राइट to go to a court of law. But ultimately, final decision is of the court. There are occasions when court grants bail. There are occasions it does not grant bail. So don't accuse. The two parties are there. Either party can go to the court for relief, but ultimately it is judicial verdict. Sri Kapil Sibal.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
I am sure, sir, you will
for giving me this
rise to the occasion of your stature.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to participate in this discussion on the 2024-25 budget. Sir, I personally believe that the economy is in deep crisis. And I will demonstrate in the short time that I have that it is so. And I thought that when the first budget for the next term of this government was to be presented, it would give us a picture as where we are and where we should be. Forgetting about allocations made to departments and sectors of the economy, what's important is what is the vision of this government to get us out of this economic morass. That's really should have been the focus in this budget, but I find that absent. Now, before I say anything, let me tell you why the economy is in crisis. We are a population of 140 crores, sir, and I have an ILO report. It's called the India Employment Paper 2024, which says that 83% of India's youth is unemployed. This is not my data. 83% of India's youth is unemployed. And in 2000, the employment was 35.2%. Unemployment was 35.2%. It increased in 2022 to 65.7%, and in 2024 to 83%. This is the state of unemployment in our country. Now, how will you deal with that? Now, unemployment is not something that happens suddenly. It happens over a period of time. And it happens why? Because the economy is stagnant. And unemployment is related ultimately to several factors. It is related to education. It is in turn related to skill development, which in turn is related to industrial production, which in turn is related to GDP growth. unless you deal with all these sections, you'll not be able to increase our unemployment rate. So this is where we are. And most of the unemployed people are in the unorganized sector. Only 10% are people who are organized in the organized sector. So the CMI data says that 79% of our population belongs to the working age group of 111 crore people out of 140 crore, of which 83% are unemployed. Now you can imagine the crisis that this country is facing. We can talk of allocations, but I would have thought that the finance minister should give us a roadmap as to how to deal with this crisis. Unfortunately, they've not been able to provide this roadmap because they will have to generate an employment of 7 to 8 million people on a yearly basis for the next 30 years. How will they do that? Where is the roadmap for that? Now, every budget ultimately is a political statement, whether we presented it this side or you presented it that side. It is a political statement. And the fact of the matter is that you are strapped. The fact of the matter is that you know that unless you get 2 people on board, your government will not survive. So your allocations, therefore, have to be tailor-made to the demands of those 2 people. Nothing wrong with that. I mean, I'm not criticizing you for that because that's the only way you will survive. Nothing wrong with that. Now, sir, in the India Skill Report, which is prepared by India, it says 7 to 8 million job seekers every year and 12 million jobs needed every year. No roadmap. No roadmap for that. Now, so this is one aspect. I've given you the figures. Now I come to the second aspect. The second aspect is that the world is moving in one direction and we are moving in another direction. Why do I say so? So as you know, the rest of the world, there is a declining population. Young people are few. The aged people far outnumber them. In order to ensure that their economy continues to grow, they have to go for artificial intelligence. Artificial intelligence means that you produce the same thing not through manpower, but through machines. Now, that artificial intelligence is good for the European system or the United States of America or the developed world. But in India, if you have 83% of our people unemployed, you can't use artificial intelligence. Right? Now, if you can't use artificial intelligence, industry per se has to use it because it otherwise won't be able to compete with the rest of the world. So that sector of the economy, which is the IT sector, which has to use artificial intelligence, will start losing jobs. And your economic survey says that 0.3 to 0.4 job loss will take place in the IT sector. So the sector which gives you the maximum employment, because they have to compete with the rest of the world, is going to start losing jobs. And in fact, there's been no recruitment in this year in the IT sector. So where the economy is actually productive, you will lose jobs. And where the economy cannot afford artificial intelligence, you need jobs. And there is no roadmap for jobs. So this is a very serious issue that confronts this government. This is the second issue. And in fact, there is a report of the International Monetary Fund which says that 60% of all jobs in the developed world will be lost. And 40% of all jobs in the rest of the world will be lost. So if the 40% of the jobs in our part of the world are lost, where are people going to get jobs? Where are they going to earn? Who is addressing this issue, sir? This country needs minds to look at issues, not at politics. You and I are together for the country, not for BJP or Congress or Samajwadi Party or some other party. The nation comes first, sir. And unless the youth of this country And unless you empower the youth of this country, where will our nation go? Now let me come to the third issue, which is education. So there has been an increase, a slight increase in the education budget. It's not right that there's been a decrease. There's a slight increase in the education budget, but it's still less than 6%, which is what the promise was for a long period of time. But be that as it may, I'm not talking about education. The education structure in our country is what, sir? You get a BA honors in history, you get a BA pass degree, you get a BA honors in economics, you get a BA honors in political science, and ultimately you can't get a job. Where are those jobs? So your entire education structure has to be revitalized, reconfigured in order to marry it into skills. In order to marry it into skills, you need a revamp of the secondary level education system of our country. Because that's where your education system should talk about skills along with education, so that thereafter they get into the ITI system, that is the Institutes of Technology, and that in turn collaborates with industry. So industries, education, ITI to work together for absorption of young people into jobs in industry. That's the way you do it. Who's doing it, sir? Where is that roadmap in our country? What has been said by this government in the budget about these things? Nothing. Nothing at all, sir. And unless you skill our people, you're not going to give them jobs. So what will happen, sir? They all get self-employed. तो कोई दुकान डाल देता है, कोई कहता है कि मैं लोडर का जॉब ले लूँगा. हाँ, आपके बॉम्बे में क्या हुआ आप जानते हो, मैं उसके बारे में बात नहीं करूँगा. 47 लाख एप्लीकेशन और 60,000 जॉब्स फॉर इंस्पेक्टर्स इन उत्तर प्रदेश. 47 लाख एप्लीकेशन. वो जॉब क्या करेगा? कोई युवा करेगा क्या? युवा को अगर जॉब नहीं मिलेगा तो फिर क्या होगा, सर? वो इस किस्म की पॉलिटिक्स करता है जिसका ये वर्णन कर रहे थे, क्योंकि पास और तो कुछ करने को है नहीं. सर 2 मिनट मैं बैठ जाऊंगा.
10 minutes. You look at the watch. 10 minutes. Okay, 1 more minute.
Sir, you take time from
Okay, 1 second. Okay, 1 second.
Sir, let me
Honorable members, 1 second.
I'll sit down, sir.
No. Mr. Kapil Sibal had to his account 5 minutes. I said he will have 10 minutes. So it is not that I am not looking
No,
at
you have
it.
been very kind, sir.
And in the Business Advisory Committee, at the suggestion of the Leader of the House...
I wanted to, sir...
One second. We'll add the time. At the suggestion of the Leader of the House, and everyone agreed, Mr. Derek O'Brien, Mr. Tiruchi Shiva, that to give a member 3 minutes, he can hardly contribute. That is why I am increasing the hours. Since I met him in my chamber, and we had settled for 10 minutes, but go for 15 minutes, sir. Go ahead.
So that's very kind.
Another 5 minutes. But after 5 minutes, I'm sure you'll take the seat.
No problem. So whenever you ask, I have no desire, Mullahs, to bore the House on issues, Mullahs. Now let me tell you another issue, Mullahs, which is very important. Why is it important? So as you know, that ultimately allocations are made not by government, but by Finance Commission. The 15th Finance Commission made the allocations as to which state is to get how much money. There's some element of politics in that, but let's leave that aside. The Finance Commission said that 41% of the revenues that are earned will go to the states. Right, sir? Now, what actually happened? What actually happened is that the central government started to impose cess and surcharge. Now, cess and surcharge is not allocated to the states. Yes. Right? So all that comes into the kitty of the central government. And the result is today, sir, that the states are getting only 32% of the total resources that the central government gets. 32%. It is supposed to get 41%. It is correct, but it's getting at the moment 32%. Now the problem is, sir, that also the expenditure is monitored by the Union of India. My request to the Finance Minister through you, sir, is the following. You cannot monitor education from Delhi. You cannot monitor healthcare from Delhi. Correct. It's not possible. India is such a vast country, And I have been Minister for HRD. I know how difficult it is to monitor. What is happening in Arunachal will not happen in Uttarakhand. What's happening in Uttarakhand will not happen in Maharashtra. You need a model for each state government as to how they want to take their children forward. For God's sake, give that money to the state government. Let them do what they like to do with education. Let them do what they like to do with health. That's the third point I want to make. And the last point I want to make is the following. Sir, no country has ever progressed unless it has invested in Africa. And in a country like Germany, other parts of the world, this is the kind of expenditure on R&D that is being done. India, it is $47.57 billion. Right, over a population of 140 crores. In Israel, it is $16 billion. In Japan, it is $172 billion. In US, it's $606 billion. In Germany, it's $131 billion. In China, it is $514 billion. Why is that, sir? The reason is all wealth is not created by industry. It is created in the university system. Through what? Through ideas. These ideas are translated into prototypes, and then angel investors come, invest in those prototypes. They then are translated into goods and services, and those goods and services ultimately sell. Now, if you do not invest in R&D, either in agriculture, and that is the biggest bane of our country, that you are talking about 2 lakh crores for the agricultural community, but no real expenditure on R&D in agriculture. If you spend 100 crores in agriculture, your return will be 1,000 crores. Therefore, all wealth is created in the university system, both in the United States and in China. And here you are controlling universities. Please allow the education system to be free. Do not interfere in the education system of our country. Do not interfere. And once you give enough resources to the university system, they will produce wealth in themselves. And that's how employment will be generated. And there are several agricultural economists in this country who have been saying this: invest in R&D in agriculture, including some of the people who have written newspaper articles recently. And what you have done in agriculture today, you have increased it by 5%, the budget by 5%. That's going to give you nothing, sir. So please free your mind from control. You want to control the politics of this country, you want to control the economy of this country. It can't happen from New Delhi. Give us freedom, give the states freedom, give our citizens freedom, give our women freedom, give our youth freedom. It's only then that India will rise and we will become a Viksit Bharat. Thank you very much.
Shri G.K. Vasan.
Sir, on behalf of my party, I stand here to support the union budget, sir. The intent of the budget is aimed at driving India's economic growth and progress. The budget has introduced a framework with 9 priorities, sir, which seems to be the developing priorities of the country. An important focus of the budget is simplification and rationalization of the tax service, sir, which means ease of doing business in the country in various sectors, which is the need of the hour, sir. Women, youth, farmers, they have been given a future in this nation, sir. At the same time, confidence level to the people of India have been given on the infrastructure of the country. Women, we say if a boy is educated, we get an educated man. But if a girl is educated, we get an educated family. So the budget gives women skill development, hostel creatures, market access for self-help groups. Sir, it is laudable that rupees 3 lakh crore shows the commitment of the government to women-led development. When it comes to the youth of the country, the youth today consists of a large population waiting to be tapped properly in this country. I welcome the announcement to increase the amount of educational loans and skill development loans to the youth, especially internship scheme for 1 crore young men and women will go a long way to meet their hopes and aspirations. But I would like to again say that the backbone of the country, the nation, are the farmers. Farmers provide us food every day. There has been a special place in the NDA government in successive budgets for the farmers. This is to encourage farmers. On the budget, 1 crore farmers are going to take up natural farming. That means, sir, we will get a healthy and natural, nutritious food free from chemical addition. The various initiatives, sir, like augmenting vegetable production and digital surveys of agricultural process at an estimated allocation of more than 1.5 lakh crore rupee shows continued encouragement to farmers. Lastly, sir, when I come to the infrastructure, ever since the NDA government under the leadership of our Honorable Prime Minister came to power the center, investments in infrastructure have witnessed a big push. This year also, the allocation is 11.11 lakh crore for infrastructure development is commendable, especially for agriculture produce to reach the markets and for our industries to function efficiently. Capacity augmentation, infrastructure facilities like road, ports and highways is the need of the hour. The assurance of viability gap funding for private investments in infrastructure, I would say, is a step for promoting economic development. Finally, sir, while appreciating the Finance Minister for bringing out the schemes and programs which are for the benefit of the country as a whole without regional discrimination, I would also request that, sir, this is the third time successful NDA government getting the people's support in the country has shown a roadmap for the country's future. I thank the Prime Minister, the Finance Minister and the central government for giving hope to the countrymen. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Vasanji. माननीय श्री वी विजय साई रेड्डी, आपके पास you have 30 minutes.
Thank you, Deputy Chairman, sir. At the outset, I congratulate the Honorable Finance Minister for presenting her 7th continuous budget, which is a record of its sort. Sir, through you, one very important issue I would like to know through you from Treasury benches as well as India parties, one particular clarification, sir. Sir, ruling dispensation say that and giving an impression that entire 48 lakh crores has been given to the state of Andhra Pradesh. And every member till now who spoke on the budget from the India parties, they are also agreeing with that, and they are also giving an impression that entire budgetary resources have been given to the state of Andhra Pradesh. Yes, let me finish up. I would like to know through you, sir, from the ruling dispensation as well as from the India parties, in the entire budget, and including the appropriations, including the allocations, Tell me the single pie that has been mentioned either in the budget or in the allocations that the allocations have been made to the state of Andhra Pradesh. No. Let the finance minister answer this question through you, sir. And also the members of India parties who spoke, who agreed with the treasury benches that the entire, if not the entire amount, majority of the resources have been to the state of Andhra Pradesh. No. 15,000 crores of loan has been arranged, is going to be arranged. Loan, whether the loan that is being arranged to the state can be treated as a grant. You kindly answer this question, sir. And let the India parties answer this question. No. Even the interest on the loan has to be paid by the state government. Even the repayment has to be made by the state government. And what is this figure jugglery? And the present Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh is giving an impression to the country and the people of this country and impressed upon the NDA parties. It's an NDA coalition government, sir. Please kindly remember that. And also impressed the India parties that the state of Andhra Pradesh has got major grants and major resources from the union budget. Where is it? I have gone through, I am a chartered accountant. I have gone through the budget. I have gone through the allocations. Please let me know what is that you have given to the state of Andhra Pradesh. I am not objecting for the allocations made to the Bihar. Bihar has to be given. 51,000, yes, it is justified. Please don't disturb me. Jaji, don't disturb me. See, I am only objecting for the inferences that are being drawn by the treasury benches as well as by the India parties. It is not right. Injustice is being done to the state of Andhra Pradesh. And Chandrababu Naidu, the present chief minister, has become a magician and he has impressed upon India parties as well as India parties and giving an impression as if entire resources have been given to the state of Andhra Pradesh, which is not correct, sir. Sir, next is, as presented by the government, union government, maybe there is an Amrit Kal for India, but this is a wish call for Andhra Pradesh. It is a fact. Wish call for Andhra Pradesh may be an Amrit Kal for India. I'm not saying about Amrit Kal for India. Sir, in the last 50 days, now I draw your kind attention to the allocations made to the Home Ministry, sir. Point number 20. Sir, point number 20, sir. The allocations granting aid to the state governments, to the Home Ministry, through Home Ministry, which was in 2022-23, 541 crores. They have increased it to 1160 crores. There is an increase, but it is inadequate. Why it is inadequate? I will explain to your good self, sir. Sir, it is inadequate. Allocations through Home Ministry to the state governments is inadequate. If you peruse and carefully observe and watch the incidents that are occurring in the last 50 days in the state of Andhra Pradesh, sir, Andhra Pradesh has become a hub of violence in which NDA is also a partner. It is an NDA government led by Telugu Desam Party. And targeted murders, targeted rapes, vandalism, and by a particular caste groups.
Speak on the budget, Honorable V. Vijay Sai Reddy.
This is budget, sir. Why I am saying is, sir, kindly understand that I am saying that Home Ministry allocations to the police department is inadequate. I am only trying to say why it is inadequate. It is a budgetary speech, sir.
Confine yourself
to budget. It is a budgetary speech.
Yes, this will be my advice to you.
Please do not object, sir. Why? Why? I am trying to justify why more allocations are required for the Home Ministry.
Subject is budget.
Sir, 490 government, 560 private properties have been attacked. 1,050 assaults have been made. 300 attempts of murders have taken place. 31 political murders in the last 50 days.
Please come on the subject.
This is subject only, sir.
No, these are figures you have to authenticate again. You have to authenticate.
I respectfully disagree with you, sir, because this is a subject.
You have to authenticate all these figures.
Sir,
and we are not discussing law and order of the state. Please.
Homes of marginalized SC, ST, BC communities have been demolished.
Please confine yourself to the budget speech.
This is part of my budget speech, sir.
I'll again remind you,
Mahatma Gandhi, sir, if you are,
please, I'll request you.
If you are going to deny me an opportunity, I welcome you, sir.
Please, you used to object such things.
If you are going to deny me an opportunity to speak on the budget, I welcome, sir.
Please confine yourself.
I respect you. I have great respect towards you, sir.
Please confine yourself to
Mahatma Gandhi has said, sir, injustice anywhere is a threat to justice everywhere. This is what Mahatma Gandhi ji has said. Sir, in the instant case, the present government in Andhra Pradesh is a threat to democracy and peace everywhere.
Please confine yourself to budget. Please.
Sir, next is false news. Why? Sir, the allocations to the information and broadcasting. I draw your kind attention to the second page, sir. Press Council of India. Sir, I am justifying. It is whatever I say, it is relevant. Please do not say that it is not relevant to the budget. It is completely relevant to the budget. Why? The Press Council of India, allocation to Press Council of India is 15.odd crores, which is inadequate. I'll explain your good self why it is inadequate, sir. Sir, the false news that is being spread over the social media by the groups which have vested interest in the country has become a major threat to the democracy. Sir, I mean, though I am not very familiar in Hindi, I would like to say, sir, उस हुक्म पे जहान आंचे आए टकराना जरूरी है जो जिंदगी हो तो फिर जिंदा नजर आना जरूरी है. Appreciate. Sir, there is internationally accepted definition of what is yellow journalism. Yellow journalism is a baseless reporting characterized by exaggeration, sensational headlines, unverified claims, and partisan agendas. This is exactly what is happening in the state of Andhra Pradesh. Therefore, increase the allocations to the Press Council of India and make it as don't make it teethless, and give powers to the Press Council of India to take action against these so-called television channels and the newspapers, and also the social media agencies which spread this news, false news, and take action immediately and instantaneously as and when it happens, sir, or even prevent before it happens, sir. Allocation, sir. So therefore, it is part of the budget speech. It is not a political speech. Sir, Honorable Finance Minister has said that Union government is following scrupulously in its letter and spirit the AP Reorganization Act. Where is it? Where is the Union government following scrupulously the AP Reorganization Act? What happened to the special category status? What has been promised on the floor of this House by the then Prime Minister of the country? And the BJP also, at that point of time, has agreed that it should not be for 5 years, it should be for 10 years. And they have backtracked on that. Special category status may be given to Bihar or any other state, we have no objection. But it should be given as assured and as entered in the assurance, register of assurances in Rajya Sabha, that special category status should be given for the state of Andhra Pradesh. The government is a continuous entity, and the promises that have been made assurances that have been given by the earlier government cannot be withdrawn or cannot be suspended or cannot be ruled out by the present government. They have to be honored unless they are illegal and unlawful. Sir, the AP Reorganization Act coming to, and the budget reallocations. The present government is planning to share our Tirupati temple to Telangana as well as to share our coasts and ports. That is what the paper reports say. Not definitely. This is not part of the AP Reorganization Act. They have got the majority resources during the bifurcation. We have no objection for that. Leaving almost nothing to AP. And AP government is planning to, see, the present situation of AP government is planning to sell even family silver. Sir, I reiterate, I affirmatively say that Andhra Pradesh is not for sale. Andhra Pradesh will never be for sale. It will never be allowed by YSR Congress party. Whether it is NDA parties or India parties, it doesn't make any difference. We are neutral. We are for the state of the Andhra Pradesh. We are for the country. Sir, coming to, I have another 16
Continue.
minutes.
Yes, please. Continue. Yes.
We have numbers.
Good.
Sir, the present AP government, the party which is ruling the present AP, Andhra Pradesh, state of Andhra Pradesh, which they are aware, they are also aware. Then it is, pretended ignorance.
Speak to the chair through the chair.
Sir, I have no hesitation to say that there is a quid pro quo. There is a quid pro quo between the present Chief Minister of Andhra Pradesh and BJP. What is that quid pro quo? Quid pro quo is that in the earlier 14 years of rule by the present Chief Minister, particularly between 2014 and 19, he has resorted to rampant corruption. Rampant corruption
come on the
either in
subject.
Fibernet scam or Ring Road scam or Amaravati development region. Therefore, the quid pro quo is these people will not take any action against him and he will not insist for any resources for the state of Andhra Pradesh. This is what the quid pro quo is. Don't put satires on me.
Please, Mr. B. Jasai Reddy, speak to the chair.
Sir, see, I am highlighting, see, their AP government has said Super 6. By misleading the people of the state, by saying that Super 6, they have come to power. Very good. People have voted that particular party to power, and we all accepted the verdict. And now, I have explained 5, and sixth one I am explaining, sir. This is what my Super 6 is. Sir, the present government has taken present AP government and the present party which is ruling in Andhra Pradesh is part of the NDA coalition in center. And Union Civil Aviation Ministry has been allocated to them. Unfortunately, after assuming charge of the present Union Civil Aviation Minister, it is very unfortunate. Within 15 days, 3 airports have collapsed. And this is what is called opposite of Midas touch. Opposite of Midas touch. Let them realize what is Midas touch. And these people also have to realize what is Midas touch. They have already realized, that is why they are sitting in the opposition. Sir, everything they touch gets ruined, including the state of Andhra Pradesh. This is what my bone of contention is, sir. Therefore, I call it as total disappointment party. That is what TDP is. Sir, I am coming to Super 6 is over. I am coming to part 2, sir. Now part 1 is over. Part 1 of Super 6. Now part 2. Sir, what has been allocated to the state of Andhra Pradesh is only a token. Token. Nothing. I don't know why India parties, members of India parties say that everyone, I have been carefully watching, carefully observing, that state of Andhra Pradesh has got majority resources. What is that major resources? I don't understand. I have not seen. Being a chartered accountant, I am clueless. Let Derek G apprise me as to what we have got, Andhra Pradesh has got. Or Jairam Ramesh ji, who is expert in drafting the AP Reorganization Act. Sir, in Bihar and Andhra Pradesh are both allies of ruling parties. They are TDP as well as JDU. Both are allies of NDA. Sir, in forming the union government is there because of these two parties. And don't disturb me. When your turn comes, you can criticize whatever you want to say. Fake news of yellow media. I have already dealt with that, sir. The fake news of yellow media that the budget is for Andhra Pradesh and Bihar. The budget, I say unambiguously and assertively say that the budget may be for Bihar because they want to come back to power in Bihar. They have already come to power in Andhra Pradesh. This may be a budget for Bihar, definitely not for the budget for Andhra Pradesh, sir. So let India parties rectify the mistake what they have committed, and let them in the future discussion, let them not say that this budget is for the state of Andhra Pradesh. By saying so, they are helping the NDA parties. Sir, 26,000 has been allocated for roads in Bihar, highways. What is that has been given to Andhra Pradesh? 15,000 crore loan. That too, center is arranging it. I don't know whether Jairam Ramesh ji has to say whether loan can be treated at par with the grant. No. According to me, no. As a chartered accountant, no. Interest is being paid by the state government. Repayment is done by the state government. What is that central government is doing? Finance minister has no clarity whether the exemption is granted. There is no clarification. If at all that relaxation of the limit, even that can't be treated as a grant. Sir, industrial nodes, new airports, medical colleges, sports infrastructure for Bihar. No objection. You can give even more also. But Honorable Finance Minister has said that funds will be provided for essential infrastructure in the state of Andhra Pradesh. This is what the budgetary statement is. How much? What is the total fund that is going to be allocated for infrastructure in Andhra Pradesh? There is no clarity. And where is it going to concentrate? There is no clarification by the Honorable Finance Minister. Coming to Polavaram project, Finance Minister did not give a clarification whether the revised project cost, as approved by the Central Water Commission, of 55,000 crores is going to be given to the state of Andhra Pradesh. There is no clarity. And the act has been so loosely drafted by my friend Jairam Ramesh ji that present central government is now taking advantage of it. I'll have to blame both India parties as well as India parties, particularly my friend Jairam Ramesh.
You blame Congress, no? Why are you blaming India?
Oh, both are responsible. Sir, no amount.
Yes. Sir, the Andhra Pradesh Reorganization Act. Andhra Pradesh Reorganization Act clearly says that the Polavaram multi-purpose project will be implemented by the central government. clearly says. However, successive state governments in Andhra Pradesh have taken the responsibility of implementing the project. अरे गिरिराज जी आपको कुछ जानकारी नहीं है, आप चुप रहिए, आपको कुछ जानकारी नहीं है, आपको कुछ जानकारी नहीं है, बोलते रहिए, कुछ भी बोलते रहिए,
आप क्लैरिफाई,
कुछ भी बोलते रहिए, आपको
Honorable Vijay Sai Reddy ji will correct now after his.
Sir, Jairam Ramesh ji has said that it would be implemented by the union government. Why has it been given to the state government? That is the question which I am posing now. Through you, sir, I see clarification from the present union government. When was it given? When BJP has taken over this, and become part of the union government, they have given it to state government at the request of the then state government. Why? Because the then chief minister wanted to make some money out of it.
Oh, no, so please. No,
Sir, that is the reason.
You have to authenticate all these things. Mr. Vijay Sai Reddy, you have to authenticate.
Sir,
you know you are a very senior member.
That is the reality
किसी भी महत्वपूर्ण पद पर बैठे व्यक्ति के बारे में बिना substantive motion के आप नहीं बोल सकते. Please, you give it in authenticate it, please, by evening.
Sir, the third
point.
point.
Serious allegation.
Third point, sir. 2,400.
Please, you have to authenticate by evening. Be clear on this. Otherwise, you withdraw.
I am talking about
I'm
the
giving
budget,
you option.
Sir.
Please, okay, no, fine, you speak, but you have to authenticate this statement by evening. Please, continue.
Sir, 2,400 megawatts of power plant at Pirpanti in Bihar, has been sanctioned at the cost of 21,400 crores. I appreciate. We welcome it. On the other hand, on the contrary, grants for backward region will be provided. This is what the Honorable Finance Minister's statement. How much? What is the grant that is being given to the backward region in the state of Andhra Pradesh? Nothing. No allocations have been made. I am not finding the figures anywhere. Sir, I request the Honorable Finance Minister through you to give a clarification to this August House as to what the grants for the backward region in the state of Andhra Pradesh. Sir, Honorable Leader of Opposition, I am coming to that, has to either amend his statement or withdraw it, sir. I am coming to that. Honorable Leader of Opposition has said that ये देश की तरक्की की बजट नहीं, मोदी सरकार बचाओ बजट है. This is what he has said. Budget is not for Andhra Pradesh. Budget may be for some other state. I request the Leader of Opposition to either amend his statement or withdraw his statement. He is wrong. I would like to correct him because they are only helping the development of one particular state, not definitely the state of Andhra Pradesh. We have nothing outside the promises made 10 years ago in the Reorganization Act, which has been loosely drafted by my friend. And even then, several projects are pending. Had this not been loosely drafted by my friend, it would have, the present government or successive government should have abided by that. My friend, Jairam Ramesh ji.
He has already clarified to you.
Sir, 4 more minutes.
Please.
Sir, agrarian reforms. Andhra Pradesh is an agrarian state. 65% of the people are either dependent directly or indirectly on agriculture. The extension of Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Anna Yojana, claiming to benefit 80 crore people, need to upgrade our priorities from food security to nutrition security. This is what my advice to them is. So due to lack of protein food, our country is battling dwarfism. Either we are year after year we are becoming dwarfs, or because of malnutrition. I advise them to improve the nutrition values in the food under the scheme that is being provided, sir. Sir, youth, coming to youth, they have said agriculture, youth, there's in the budget, so many things they have said, employment, so many things. I am coming one by one. Within 4 minutes, I'll finish it off, sir. Sir, misuse of non-creamy layer OBC certificates. Recently, the misuse of caste certificate and disability certificates, that is PWD. The issue that is with the use of fake certificates prevents genuine OBC disabled candidates from accessing seats they deserve. In fact, wrong persons are getting by producing the fake certificates. So appropriate measures have to be taken by the central government, and those who got the employment by producing the fake certificate, appropriate action has to be initiated against them. And workers and employment, coming to workers and employment, employment-linked incentive schemes, focusing on first-time employees and support to employees and employers. There are few suggestions which I would like to make, sir, to the Minister, Honorable Minister. Our economy needs to generate approximately 7.85 million jobs annually by 2036, keeping the population in mind. To meet the demands for our growing population, this is not just a statistic. Sir, it is a clarion to action. The government, present government in power, should initiate action and generate employment for the unemployed youth, which they claim that they are doing everything possible for the youth, which is definitely not adequate. Sir, supporting.
He wants only 15 minutes. You take more 15 minutes.
Sir, the supporting MSME scheme sector, sir. The scheme will provide 1 month wages to all persons newly entering workforce in formal sectors, as registered in EPFO, and will be 15,000 rupees. The eligible limit will be salary of 1 lakh per month. Sir, and 2 crore people, youth is expected to get the benefit. Sir, I have 2 points on this. When wage subsidies are given, do the third-party contractors, according to the scheme, as per the scheme, third-party contractors, I hope you have understood what is third-party contractors, not direct employer's employee. Third-party contractors become employees or not? What happens after the sunset clause? These 2 clarifications are required from the Honorable Finance Minister insofar as this scheme is concerned, sir. And most of the professionals, including advocates, my colleague advocates, do not have EPFO. What will happen in the case of professionals is another question which has to be answered by the union government. Coming to the last point, sir, income tax. Sir, my friend has agreed to give me another 15, my own party.
Please.
Sir, income tax. Where is the middle class? Where is the middle class which has voted the BJP to power? Middle class is sandwiched between both. Both means this side and this side. We are neutral party. We are for middle class. I am in the middle, sir, and yes, I am in front of you.
You are in the middle.
So we are neutral.
Please, आप बताएं, conclude करने में कितना समय आप अपनी पार्टी का और लेंगे?
Sir, my party has got 1 hour. I am taking 35 minutes, and my colleague will take 25 minutes. Sir, no major relief, tax relief in this budget. The old tax regime, I am a chartered accountant, sir. I have inputs to speak on this. The old tax regime was, I can confidently say, old tax regime was better, and it promoted savings among the people by incentivizing people to invest in the public provident fund and medical insurance by giving benefits under 80C. Sir, the old tax regime for the people of under 10 lakh, income of 10 lakhs, is better because they can claim HRA, interest on housing loans, PPF deductions. Now, the present situation, I'll explain you, sir. Sir, one important point, sir, which I would like you to take cognizance of. Sir, the share of income tax, tax revenues from income tax, from individuals it is 19%. From individuals it is 19%. From corporates it is 17%. It means the present government is burdening the individuals, not the corporates. Corporates, in fact, should pay more income tax than individuals. This is what my contention is, sir. In fact, that is the practice. If you see the statistics and if you see the history in the past, corporates were paying more and individuals were paying less. Now, the situation is reversed. Why? There has to be an introspection. Sir, the previous, not before this budget and after this budget, 3 to 7 lakhs income, 5% benefit. Now, 2,500 rupees is the benefit. Above 15 lakhs in the earlier budget, 30%. Now, 17,500 is the benefit. This is how the benefit to the individuals have intentionally been made reduced, and individuals are being burdened with more taxation. Sir, very important point, sir. I'm coming to high net worth individuals, HNI. HNI means a millionaire or net worth over 8.3 crore is the definition. That is what high net worth individual. Mostly they are going to Dubai. Sir, in 2022, 7,500 high net worth individuals have gone abroad and settled there. 2023, 6,500 high net worth individuals have gone abroad and settled. And 2024, 4,300 till now. This is what the present scenario is. I expect the present government to rectify the situation and give confidence to high net worth individuals to stay in India, do business in India, and contribute to the growth and development of the country, sir. Sir, we need to stop this from happening and look at our taxpayers' concern as well, sir. Sir, in fact, what can be appreciated when the Congress party was in power in those days, 1970, the maximum marginal rate, which my friend is well aware, and including the other taxes, the tax rate was 97.5%. I'll explain you how it is 97.5% also. Sir, 10%, 85% tax over and above 2 lakh income, over and above 85%, 10% surcharge, and total is 93.5%, and surcharge increased subsequently to 15%. Thus, the total tax rate has become 97.5% when they were in power. That is how they have burdened the people of this country. Now, it has significantly been reduced and well appreciated by I'm well appreciating the present government, and it has to be further reduced and need to increase the tax base. Need to increase the tax base by reducing the tax rates and more tax compliance. Sir, with this, I will conclude. There is a part 3 also. I have done part 1 and part 2. Because of the paucity of time, I am not embarking on part 3, which is part 3 is more critical to NDA and India parties. So I am now concluding my speech, sir. And with this, I am very much thankful to you for the opportunity you have given, sir. And in case if I have said something wrong, I may be excused for this.
Thank you,
Thank
Dr.
you very much.
Shri V. Vijay Sai Reddy ji. Now, Dr. M. Thambi Durai ji, please.
Thank you very much, sir.
5 minutes, sir. You have 5 minutes,
On
sir.
behalf of my ADMK party and General Secretary and former Chief Minister, Thirudapadi Palaniswamy, I raised to participate in the discussion on the budget 2024-25 that was laid on the floor of the House by the Honorable Finance Minister on the 23rd of July 2024. Sir, an analysis of the budget of government shows that government, as far as expenditure is concerned, is estimated to spend rupees 48.2 lakh crores 2024-25. As far as receipts of other than borrowings is concerned, it is estimated to be 32 lakh crores, the tax revenue, which forms a major part of the receipt, also expected to increase. Sir, a closer look at the budget proposals indicates that every sector of the economy has something to take from this budget, from agriculture to skill, to MSME, to energy sector, to urban and rural development, assistance to states, and employment youth. Every section has been given focus. Sir, I'm coming to the point. Nowadays, the budget is giving to welfare. Welfare budget is more important. That is very highlight. As far as Tamil Nadu is concerned, right from the period of Purachi Thalaivar MGR and Chief Minister, and followed by Dr. Amma Jayalalitha and the present General Secretary AIDMK and former Chief Minister Edappadi Palaniswamy, the governments have given when unleashing many welfare schemes for the benefit of the people. Sir, for instance, Tamil Nadu was the pioneer in delivering social justice and in announcing, implementing welfare schemes for the people, right from midday meal scheme, free education, goal for Mangal Sutra, cashless laptops to students, cashless for cycle students, distribution of cattle for the poor, setting up Amma canteen, Amma pharmacy. All such schemes demand more money at the hands of the state government. Hence, all through that, the Tamil Nadu government has been demanding more money from the center for allocation of sufficient funds. Sir, sir, just now auditor spoke very well. And also, we engaged two lawyers also. One lawyer from Congress, both are Congress side, two lawyers. One is former Finance Minister Chidambaram and former Education Minister Kapil Sibal. They are argued for us now. As long as they are this side,
Please.
as long as this side, they have done different things. As lawyers, federalism they have argued for NEET examination, which brought by the Congress government 2010. Now, at that time, 2020 at that time brought. Now, Chidambaram said it just be scrapped. And also, Kapil Sibal said the education must give the state subject, given more center. Who brought the education to the central subject? 1976, emergency period. Congress has brought the education in the central subject. Congress government has brought. Why?
Please take your seats.
I want to tell this government has brought the central government.
Mr. Abdullah, please take your seats. Please
That
take
is
your
what I want to know. Now that is why our party wants this education has come to the
take your seat.
subject. That is our demand. As long as DMK was so many years in the central government with the government, what they have done, whether demanded to abolish the NEET examination or bring the education to the state list, what they have done,
Modi ji, please.
18 years DMK
Dr.
was
Kani
ruling
Modi ji, please.
in the central government along with that. Therefore, that is when, sir,
Not going on record.
the law and
Dr.
order,
Thambi Durai, you speak.
Tamil Nadu is
Please.
very worse. I am the Home Ministry. I am requesting
Please.
to allocate more funds. As for like Andhra Pradesh, in Tamil Nadu also, all the political parties are demolished.